What was I saying? I was talking about, okay, we've got blended learners, we've got in-class workers also. So actually, let's do this because we've been in school for a week now, right? And we've got our blended learners. Here's something else. I never usually make an announcement of who's blended, who's not, who's absent, why, etc. That's everybody's own private situation. But we do have some blended learners that have not been in the classroom with us for 5th grade this year, but will be returning. We have some who started, who have been stepped out for a little bit. So right now, actually, while I've got this running, oh, can I switch this around? Let me see. Am I that techie? I can't. Okay. Hi, blended learners. I am going to turn this around so you can see everybody and so we can all say hi. Everybody say hi. We love you. We miss you. Come back as soon as you can. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's all come back now to what we're working on. Let me set that up. To science. Okay. Let's do this. I want to get everybody so we're on the same page, including our blended learners who are trying to do this at home, and I want to bring a little bit of clarity. Science Interactive Notebook and Bible for those who are in my homeroom. You should have colored your science cover page. All right, you should have done that. When you are done with that, I am going to take it, I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to cover it with packaging tape. It's almost like I'm laminating it. All right, so those of you that are at home, after you color yours, you can put it on here, and I just take strips and I cover it completely front and back with packaging tape so that it is your own cover. We have questions about that?
That's in my bag.
Okay, let's save all the individuals till we get done, otherwise we won't make it through, okay? Wherever yours is, you gotta find it, right? Once I hand out a foldable, here's the thing. Your grade is on your organization. So when I hand out the foldables, it is only in one of two spots. It is in your hand, you're working on it, or it goes in your
Folder.
In your folder, that's it. So when you say, oh, well, I took it out and I kind of shoved it in my backpack and then it made its way to my floor of my room, then it's gone. You don't get a second copy. Why? Because your grade is were you able to get your foldable, fill it in, and put it in your notebook. That's what your grade is on, okay? So I know sometimes it's heartbreaking when you come in, you're like, Mrs. Van Zandt, I don't know where it was, I did it, it's gone. That's okay, there's gonna be pages that might be missing, but your grade is on how many can you actually do and keep organized in your notebook. Okay, cover, everybody clear on that? So this is my homework, is to get it on here. What you're going to do is you're gonna color it, make sure your name is on the back, you're gonna put it inside here, you have to keep it tucked in here, and put it over there. That means when it's on that table, that means it's my homework to get it on the front. Got it? That's the first thing. The second thing is your chapter title page. All you had to do is pick it up, color it, and glue it on page 1. What is page 1? The very first page. Don't flip it over and start right here. Everybody's has to be identical. Right here. You put page number 1 on the bottom of here. Then, okay, actually this is from last year, so these are flipped, so don't let this freak you out. We will be in different orders, different years. The second thing you did was you got your periodic table of elements paper and you cut it out so that it would fit on your page. You actually put yours on page 2 and you wrote 2. Then you colored your elements page and you put yours on page 3. Don't skip pages. 1, 2, 3. You numbered your page 3 and you put it right here. Yes, everybody got that? Now, you also cut out your table of contents, right? You cut them all out. Who's got their table of contents handy? Anyone? Actually, they're over here. Your table of contents, I'm going to use Jackson's. You cut out your table of contents, including the tabs for science. Bible, I said just cut the tabs right off. We don't need them. But for science, you have each of these tabs for each unit. So now, Jackson, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take yours, I'm going to staple, actually I'm going to cut out a piece of tag board this size and put it on the back, and then I'm going to staple down the edge, and then I'm going to take that tag board and I'm going to glue it right inside the cover. So it is going to go right here. It's going to get packaging taped right here. So you will always have your table of contents. So listen carefully. The first thing you are going to put on your table of contents is it's going to say natural cycles, because that's your first thing. page 1. Then you're going to write periodic table of elements, page 2. Then you're going to write elements, page 3. And you're starting your table of contents that will match your book. Okay? We're going to take about 1 minute for questions because then we have to stop, sanitize our classroom so that it is ready for the switch. Yes?
You showed me to put it on last.
Yep, that's what I said. If you were listening, I said this one is from last year, so it's a little bit backwards. Periodic table of elements on page 2, elements on page 3. So you have it right. That's exactly right how you did it. Yes?
So if we want to write on this, write on the table of contents,
Yes.
are you going to laminate it first, then we write on it?
Yes, so right now you're on pause until I can get all of these backed onto tagboard and stapled and put inside your book. We'll catch up on this later in a few days once I get all 38 or whatever notebooks put together. Yes? No? Okay. Yes, ma'am?
Can I just put this on the first page and when I have my time, can I just start coloring it?
Yes, that is a good point. Now listen everybody to this. Some people that really have struggled in past years coloring it and losing it because they just weren't able to remember to put it in their science folder and it would just get put places. Here's what I said to them. When you pick up that foldable, when you go pick up this foldable, rather than coloring it first, go get it, cut it out, immediately glue it in because then it's really hard to lose. You'd have to lose your whole notebook. So glue it in right away and then color. Some people really didn't like coloring once it was glued in because there was bumps and stuff. But I would suggest that. Cut it out, glue it in. It's pretty much a foolproof way of not ever losing your foldables. Yes, Kurt?
I think you have my science notebook.
I do have some of your science notebooks, all right, because you've turned them in. So in that case, just color your foldables, keep them in your notebook, and wait until I return yours because I'm working on your covers. Okay, so I know that took a little while today. Our math quizzes took a little bit longer than expected. So our science, and this will happen every once in a while, we'll have days like today. Well, our science lesson was just getting organized with our interactive notebooks, and that takes a while, so it's okay. We are going to have to push back our science lesson from today until tomorrow, and then we'll push everything back a little bit, okay? But for right now, I want you to make sure that you have all 3 foldables and the cover. They are either in your science folder or they are glued in. If you have this ready for me, tuck it inside here, close it up, put this on the table, and then it's like, Mrs. Van Zanten, this is your homework. You need to get my cover and my table of contents. I will try to work on that over the weekend and work on all of your notebooks. Yes?
Can we do our things in if we
Right now, I'm going to say no because we need to pause and pack up our stuff and wipe down our tables, and I need to come through and sanitize everything. So here are your instructions for right now.